thank you. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. McLemore is out there with Big Daddy, and it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward. And it's in there. Big Daddy's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Lakers. And here are the Bulls now, and this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
And he's a great scorer, but Anthony Davis's defensive impact's been perhaps even greater. Do you think he has a chance to ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Without a question, Kevin. A team with more weapons, he can focus on the defensive end more. We saw that with Kevin Garnett, who won his Defensive Player of the Year award his first season in Boston. A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Again, Levine missing.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it. This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Now, here's Porter. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. Markkanen finds Levine. Carter outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White wide open. He fired. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Here's Davis. Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Markkanen. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Outside, White. And that one's good by Porter.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
There's Big Daddy, guarded by Porter. Markkanen pulls it in. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Porter, no luck. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Markkanen pulls it in. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Levine. On to White. There's the 3. And the rejection by James. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Big Daddy. That's good from 17 feet away. Big Daddy's got his second bucket tonight. Steve, we still have players settling into the new season. When you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh Lord, looks like it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
Saransky's checked in for the Bulls. Cody Zeller's checked in for the Lakers. Stolen by Satoransky. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Carter looking around. 5 on the clock. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 for the forward.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
It's good.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
it out to LeBron. Zeller trying to free himself up. And James with the basket on the assist by Zeller.
Driving with that kind of speed and power, LeBron bulldozes his way through contact.
Now here's Satoransky, guarded by McLemore. Outside Porter. Outside White. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. The shot missing. And the Lakers take it the other way.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. When you look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Nice body control. I like that Davis kept his composure after taking the hit.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. Satoransky, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
LeBron against White. LeBron kicks to Zeller. Pass to McLemore. Lakers passing it around. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. White against James. Shoots over White. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Bulls trailed by 4. And Young, here we go. Lays it up and takes it in.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
High, arcing shot. Now here's LeBron. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Lakers ahead, up by 2. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Valentine out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then it's White. And it's Gafford in at the 5. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Limitless the way LeBron affects the game, showing nice touch there from distance. Well, last season they season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season, and they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hope for going into the year.
4 on the clock. Here's Valentine. Another shot, and it's good on the way.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. White's running. Here's Gafford. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now here's Valentine. Guarded by Kuzma. Valentine wide open. He fires. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continue to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? Rebuild
answers from deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's White, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Kuzma outside. And Kuzma slams it in.
And gotta be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the pick.
So the Bulls, the last game, a win against the Pacers in Indiana. White against LeBron. And it's White missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole.
Ejected by Young. They retain possession. Here's Marjanovic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Big Daddy comes in for James. Outside, Markkanen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Right side, Markkanen. To end the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Markkanen's got his first basket of the night.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
Smitty, you watch Martin. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You can see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Satoransky in the corner. Outside, Levine. Pocket 6. The 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to McLemore. Here's Big Daddy. But they get it back. Here's Howard. Kuzma outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 9 points. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hannu Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude, David. Thanks. Now here's Levine. He picked up 36 points in the last one against Indiana.
And it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Drops one in from the wing. And that's 10 points for Big Daddy.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Here's a look at some stats for Zach LaVine. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 23 points a game last year, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Here's Big Daddy. The Bulls getting the bucket. The layup missed. Now here's Levine. Defense is right there. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7 though. From deep three-point range, Porter pulls it in.
And when you are as good a shooter shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Yes, that goes in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Markkanen finds Levine. Outside Porter. Back to Levine. Outside Markkanen. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful play call. That's understanding Markkanen's strengths and putting him in a position to succeed.
Here's Big Daddy from downtown. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, everybody. Tremendous news, man. Glad to have you back, Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward there. Big Daddy is up there with Ben McLemore, and it's Howard in at the 5 spot. The Big Daddy passes to McLemore. Nice D from Porter.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
That's good from McLemore on the assist by Howard. McLemore's got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 3. Outside, White. Outside, Levine. The 15-footer. The Lakers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Great elevation, beautiful release point. The only person who can really stop Levine's jumper is himself.
Here's Big Daddy. White covering. McLemore. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Well, the first thought for the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Here's Big Daddy, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now the pass to Valentine. White looking around. Young trying to break free. White, good. White's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Good on the shot. And that's 20 points for Big Daddy.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Young against Davis. Find the shoot. Here's Gaffney. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zeller is checked in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma subbed in for McLemore. Kuzma passes to James. Here's Big Daddy. And that one drops. Big Daddy's got 7 points for the quarter.
Point guard skills and a power forward's body. The unique versatility of LeBron James.
Valentine with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Gafford passes to White. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. Great showing for him last season. How about 27 points a game, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. Number 1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Satoransky's checked in for White. The Lakers also with the sub. Marjanovic is checked in. And here is Valentine. That shot, no good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck. One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. All too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. Lesson the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White and other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Zeller. Poked loose.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
And Steve Boylen, a first-time head coach. A smart move to shore up his staff there.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Cutting in the Laker lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Levine.
Such great balance and rhythm on this shot. Zach LaVine making it look easy.
And Young comes over to help. Zeller dishes to James. For Levine. James, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Takes the 13-footer. Levine can't hit. Zeller with it. No points in the game yet for him. For 3. No good from LeBron. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Markin and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And Satoransky in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. He kicks to Porter. The teardrop falls in.
Once in a while, Porter will surprise you with a nifty dribble move. Wouldn't mind seeing more of this.
James.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Bulls trail by 4. Satoransky the pass to Carter. That one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And even as a rookie, you can see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.